Hi guys, Namaste, Namaskar, Vanakkam to all. So we, the Newdots Production, are going to be starting with a new episode called Biologue with JS, who's a philosopher, and FPM. So before me asking Sir to start up discussing or explaining about Biologue, I would like to know, Sir, what is mean by FPM and why do you call yourself to be a philosopher?
So, first of all, good morning, everybody. Hi, folks. I want to first of all thank Newdots Productions for giving this opportunity for making this possible, which is a series called Biologue. And thanks, Aswath. Thanks for the question. And so, you've asked me why I call myself a philosopher and what has been my FPM. Okay. So, first of all, I am JS and I'm making it very, very easy. That is, from there, I want to actually set the tone for this series which we are starting. For me, name is just a label, it doesn't matter because I want to keep it JS because I have found that many times we are having so many stereotypes that once we hear somebody's name, we start forming images. And that's why I kept it JS, two alphabets. It doesn't matter. In fact, I wouldn't mind if somebody calls me with my passport number also. I don't care because it is just a way of identifying, a way of trying to recognize. So let me explain when you ask me what I mean by why I want to call myself a philosopher and what is meant by FPM. So first I'll answer this question of why I call myself a philosopher. So most of you might know philosophy or philosophy. Philosophy is a word which is having a root from the Greek word Sophie and Philo. Sophie in Greek means truth, and Philo means love. So philosophy means love for truth, or philosopher is supposed to be an individual who has love for truth. Now, I want to explain my understanding of what I mean by a philosopher, because again, philosopher, that word also has a lot of images people start forming. So why I want to call myself a philosopher? See, the beauty of this whole thing called love is a emotion or a feeling which can actually bring a lot of attention. Because when I'm in love with something or someone, there is attention. So when I say I love truth, it means I will be attentive to anything and everything that happens to me in my life because I am so much wanting to know the truth. So in that sense, I'm a philosopher. And I want to explain why I call myself FPM. So the expansion for FPM, of course, in one of the premier institutions, management institutions in India, it means something else. Luckily, I didn't get into that or I didn't do that kind of a program. I'm thankful that I didn't get into that because I was not academically brilliant to go there. Okay, jokes apart. What I mean by FPM? FPM expands as finger pointing to the moon. Okay. Now I'm using this because it's a very, very popular adage that is used in many philosophical schools of the world, especially in Zen philosophy. They say one should not get attracted or attached to the finger that is pointing to the moon. What is important is using the finger which is pointing to the moon. One has to have the vision of the moon and not get stuck with the finger. So I want to call myself as the finger which is pointing to the moon, which means I'm here only to point out certain perspectives to people. And I am not important. The functionality of the finger is what I'm meant here to be. So I don't want anybody to really have any idea or form anything about me. I'm just a finger. So don't bother too much about me is what I want to establish by calling myself FPM, the finger pointing to the moon. So don't bother about the finger, but please try to see the moon, which the finger is pointing at. So that is the reason why I want to call myself a philosopher and an FPM. So that is something that will make things clear. I hope I have answered your question, Ashwath. Is it clear enough?
Yes, sir. I think the viewers will also be like cleared about it. Guys, to you all, so do you want to know more about it? And we are going to be coming with exciting and cool topics. So please stay connected with New Dots.